Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the magic era. Heyo, it's me. Welcome back to Qantas. And today, oh, hold on, 1 second. I started the recording and I'm still in Discord. Hold on. Boop. Okay, we're good now. But check this out. We got our living stone and everything being made for Britannia. And it's becoming nighttime, so I think I should sleep the night away. What a perfect time to start recording, eh, guys? Right? It's the perfect time. But I have a little bit of a thingy set up here, and I want to show y'all. Can I make? I wonder if I can make emotes while I'm sleeping. That'd be funny. But so basically, we've got kind of two little platforms here. One of them is stone, and I'm just doing it this way so I can diamond wind them straight up onto these pure daisies. But if you never played Britannia before, I'm not going to do a whole lot of tutorializing of it because it's a straightforward mod. It's not exactly easy to remember everything, but it's pretty darn straightforward. So we ended up, I did it on a live stream, and I don't know if it actually went through or not, but I did it on a live stream. I did this. I went and I got all the mystical flower colors. And I believe you only need one of each flower in order to make infinite amounts of each one. So we're going to show you all how to do that, of course, because we're going to want every color of these flowers so we never have to worry about it. And then I guess we'll set up a little farm. I don't know if you can see over there, but I have a new place set up to put a brand new base. A more starting on a better framework with all of our tools and all of our resources we have. I think it would be better to just start up a new base and get everything kind of put exactly where we want it rather than kind of trying to finagle our way around and all that kind of stuff. So we'll kind of keep this as like a base of operations for now, and we need to activate this. Whenever you see stuff on the floor, balls of fur on the floor, you got to reactivate the hopper thing. It's basically just a lock. Like if I AFK here, it's fine. But if I'm offline for more than 30 minutes, then this shuts off. So anybody who comes by doesn't activate the kitty, which is pretty cool. So it actually ends up working just fine. But yeah, I never really updated you guys on that. That machine does work, which is pretty cool. But yeah, so we're going to be moving bases today. I just want to get Britannia kind of squared away first. And I guess we'll kind of set up a little... How many do we have? We can do a 6x3 or like a 4x... We'll do a 4x5, but we're going to need 2 more dirt. Oh, 1 more dirt. Dirt? Where's the dirt? Do we just like not have any dirt? We have no dirt. All right, let's just go for this. Okay. And then we will go over here. I think you can plant these down on dirt. Okay, they can be planted on dirt, so that's all goodies. Let me show you the jungle wood too. So I just do this, right? I just go boop, and then the jungle wood goes on there. The only reason I'm using jungle wood instead of like normal wood is just because jungle wood is easy to grow, and I have some saplings for it. So I thought, it makes big trees. You can get a lot out of them. So that's what I'm gonna do. So that's fine, and we can make living wood out of that. So big things that we want right now is mana generation on a super small scale, which is going to come from. Oh, you know what we really are gonna want to do. It's like one of these jobs. Just do like one of these. And then the other corners will go here. So we're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dirt. Let's just go grab some dirt. Dirt's McGurts with the infovator. 5 dirts. So like, get all that. All right. Also, we made the jump poster, which is kind of like the sequel to the rip poster. And I think I'm going to put a link to Asgard's video. It was really, really good. I ended up watching it. He said, "Hey, I'm going to record a little clip of, this longsword and the tactics and everything that you can use to utilize this longsword." But check this out. So the longsword, I just made it out of manulin, and I think I made the copper. Let's see what I made out of. If I do this. Manulin blade, manulin guard, and then a copper tool rod. So the copper tool rod is going to give it the chance to drop experience. It's like a 10% chance or something like that. But as you can see, the modifier, that little yellow text, on the 3rd line down, modifier 1.05. So that's 105% more durability out of that tool rod, which is pretty cool. And then over here, I just have some golden axes. because I don't really care to make an axe that's fast. So I'm just using up a bunch of golden axes because now that Thor's gold farm is working, usually I don't break this fast. Here, let's get a brand new one. Usually I don't break this fast, but Thor's gold farm has the server going for infinite gold now, so we don't really need to worry about using up any gold because we can AFK for like 12 seconds and get like a stack of gold. So really doesn't matter too much. And I think since we are pretty good on these resources right now, I did a bunch of living rock and a bunch of living wood. I think we're going to be good for now. And I guess we do have some tall flowers, but we also have a black lotus, which is going to give us like a huge boost. So let's start ourselves off. Assuming that I remember how to do this correctly, let me get like a little bit of wood out of here. Can I? Can I please? Can I have all that and then give this back? Will the gods hate me? I'm sure I'm fine. So we just need to put this dirt down. Let's put down the dirt. Dirt's McGurts. And what are we gonna do? We're gonna do mana generation. So this is gonna be like a little platform or like just put like a thing there. And I guess we'll do that. And we'll put our mana on that. We'll put our thingy we're gonna make right now on that. So let's do this. Let's do a crafting thingy. Let's put this here. And we are going to make ourselves a mana pool, okay? So the mana pool is going to go, it's really simple. It's just like that, just like a boat or anything. It's like a upside down helmet. And you make a mana pool out of living rock. All very simple stuff so far. And you know what? I am going to move this down one because I want to be able to see it. I want to be able to see it when I'm looking in there. And then I think if I put this down... Oh, no. You need to have mana in there first. Then this will assimilate into that pool of mana. But you can't just, like, throw it in, you know, all lackadaisical. It's not going to work like that. So we're going to need our Lexica Botania. Kablam. Okay, we got an achievement before, and the achievement was... Let me show you. Botania. The Botania achievement, a realistical, logical ideologist. Okay? And then we also did electric magic. Make a generating flower. Oh, we didn't do that yet. Is the green like pick up mystical flowers from the world and create the Lexica Botania? Oh, open the Lexica Botania. So those are the only two things we've done so far. Craft a cacophonium to mildly infuriate your foes. Okay, I would love to make a cacophonium. I've never done this before. I think we're going to go through... I think we're going to go through these achievements at some point, at least. So, electric magic. Make a generating flower in a petal apothecary. So, generating flora. Let us go to generating flora. We're going to work with... Can we do endo flames yet? Oh my gosh, we can do endo flames. Mystical brown petals. How do you make a brown petal? Wait. Mystical petals. Will these make mystical petals? Because if they will, then I'm going to have to remake some of these. Yes. Okay. So we can immediately make an endo flame. And these things are really, 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 really good at making mana. So I think we're going to do 16 endo flames. And that may be quite a bit, but for now, that's okay. So in order to make endo flames, let's check. We are going to need 2 browns, 1 light gray, and 1 red. So in order to make 16, we're going to need 16 light gray, 16 red, and 32 brown petals. So in order to make the reds, the light grays, and the browns, we're going to need 1 of each of those flowers. And we're going to need 32 browns. Oh, wow. Hello. 16 red and 16 gray. Okay, so we're going to use the shears on the big guys, I think. Oh, no. I think here's what we do. We'll go like this. We'll test it on one that we have more than one of, but I'm pretty sure if you plant these down... Yeah. Okay, so we go like this, and then we bone meal that. Yes! Okay, then can we... We have to shear that, and then I think that gives us 4 petals. So we're going to plant all these petals down. We're going to bone meal them. And we're going to just do... we need 16, right? I think we need 16 of these reds. So we're going to go through... Where are the shears? Come on. Be prepared here, buddy. We're going to just left-click with the shears, and it will pick up the tall flowers. I didn't know this, and Thor had to tell me, but that's how you do that. So now we've multiplied a single red flower into already. We've done this into 8 large flowers. So now from there, we just break these, and I'm pretty sure this has always been a mechanic. I'm a dummy. I did that while I was talking, and I totally messed up. I just lost all of our progress. We need to. The small ones are the ones that you can left click, but you can't left click the big ones. You have to use the shears. So we will do this. We'll shear them. We don't need to do that twice. And then here we go. Back to where we were. We will make all the big ones and then use the shears to pick all of them up. And this will get us to 32 petals. And so we will plant down 8 of them, and then we'll plant down 10. And we're going to keep a couple of them. And eventually, I think I might just do this off camera right now, or I might do it later. But I'm going to be converting all of our small flowers into tall flowers. So we're just going to keep our tall flowers here for now, and we will put away however many we don't need. And so I'm going to go ahead and do that for the rest of these guys. So I'm going to pick this up, turn it into these, plant them down, bone meal them, and then shear them. And then they will multiply into more petals, which we can bone meal and shear. So I will do that for all of these, and I'm going to get 32 brown flowers and 16 of these petals and everything, and then we will continue from there. So I'll see you in a second. All right, guys, I'm not sure who actually made this place, and I'll have to either check people's videos or ask around on the server. But it looks like there is somebody who has created a nice little area here. There are 17 stacks of rotten flesh here. So I'm going to try to trade with this guy. Look at that. Can I just like shift click these in? No, okay. I can't shift click them in, but I can. It's pretty loud here, dude. Dang. And then it looks like you can trade for... Did I see diamonds in there? No. But you can trade for glowstone, ender pearls, lapis, redstone. So it's basically all free. And I think what I will do is I will wait just a second. And there he goes. He's back to normal. So I can do this again. And I wonder if he just continues to like refresh. That would be pretty cool. But anyway, you can see here there's just like a huge skeleton farm here. So I'm just going to get a bunch of bone meal and stuff. And then we'll come back and we'll get the rest of that flowerage done. I think I'm just going to do them all and get it done and over with. Holy crap, it's so loud in here. Okay, so I'm in between doing all of these plants and everything. And by the way, I kind of have some drawers set up with the space for all these different things. So I put all our stuff in there, and then all we have is the flowers and the extra petals and some stuff. And I have my petals all ready to go to make these endo flames. But now I'm thinking ahead, and I'm thinking once I get these endo flames, I'm going to need a lot of like either coal or charcoal. So I'm making some lava wood by pouring lava onto these wooden planks. And it's pretty simple to get lava in here. All you have to do is just take a lava bucket and right click it onto a drain that's on the smeltery, and it will go straight into the smelt. Here, I'll show you. Boop. Goes right in. And then I think you have to like pour it onto the... I think you might... I don't know if it's like integrated like this, but we'll give it a try. Let's see if we can pour lava onto a bucket. Oh, I think we can. I think we can. It says recipe lava bucket. That's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. Can take the lava back out like that. That's pretty nice. Okay, I just discovered that with y'all today, just now, which is pretty fun. But lava wood can be turned into firewood if we use blaze powder. So let's get some blaze powder and let's turn it into firewood. Good thing I was in the nether looking for wither skeletons earlier today. I got some blaze rods. Okay, so with the firewood, we should be able to make a little bit of a lumber axe, and we're just going to do a simple thing. I think we'll make it out of, like, bronze? Because bronze has a good modifier on it. What's the mining speed of a bronze head? Pretty good. I think we'll just do a cobalt head, because we have cobalt, right? Where's the cobalt at? We will do this off camera, of course, but I think a cobalt head takes 4... I think it takes 8, so we'll do 8. Oops, I dropped one. So we'll smelt up some cobalt in here. We'll make us a nice cobalt head, and then do that like this. And then we will just... Oh, not a hammerhead. Not a hammerhead. We want a new head. We want a lumber axe head. We also have an extra 7 cobalt ingots over here, so if we need them, we can have them. So we need a large plate, large rod, and a large binding. I'm just going to make these 2 rod and binding out of copper, or I think bronze. Yeah, we'll make them out of bronze. I think I have bronze in here. No? I don't. How do I make bronze? Tin and copper. Super easy. 3 to 1. 3 copper to 1 tin. So we will... That's a sneak peek of possible future excursions. I don't think I'm going to work with Psy. Like some of the, I was testing out some of this stuff from Psy, and it's just... I don't see the point in using it. It's pretty funny, and I might give you a little preview of it, but it's not that great. But anyway, that is not what we're talking about. We're talking about getting a lumber axe so that we can plant trees and turn it all into coal or charcoal so that we can feed these endo flames. So I'm going to get that axe made, and I'm going to show you me putting it together, and then we'll go ahead and do all that fun stuff. So we have 1 block and 7 ingots in here right now. Okay. So I will make that. I'll be back, and then we'll start making some charcoal. We'll get some endo flames up in here, and we will be getting ourselves our preliminary mana generation. So I'll see you guys in a few. Alrighty, guys, our Ardite large plate is almost done, and there it goes. And now we should be able to put this lumber axe together. So I chose Ardite for the large plate because if you look on extra, since it's not being used as a head, we're just going to get a flat 450 durability out of it. And we're going to get Petramer, which I'm not sure, that's the material stat. I'm not sure if it works on an axe, but it's pretty good. Petramer makes you... I got it here. 10% chance to consume mined stone type blocks to restore 5 durability. So it's a 10% chance that if you have, I guess, stone type blocks in your inventory, that it will do something nice for you. Now we've got Stonebound. Where did we get Stonebound from? Oh, so the large plate is part of the head, I guess. Let me check what Stonebound does. Mines faster, deals less damage as durability lowers. So the more you use it, the faster it'll mine. That's pretty cool. And actually, I think Dense makes it so that, let me check, it has a chance to use less durability, and it increases that chance as it gets more damaged. So we're going to be using less durability, mining faster, and we'll be doing less damage, but that's fine, as we use it more. And then, of course, we have the binding below, which is the auto smelt. This should auto smelt the wood and then still drop sticks and whatever else. So we got the auto smelt working, which is to be expected. Also, we're getting experience. So mending moss on this thing is going to be boss. Did we get any jungle saplings back? It didn't mine the whole thing. That's so weird that it didn't mine at all. Let me get up here. All right. So there are some saplings here. We just didn't get them all. And then let's mine this. And mine this. It's weird that it took the... that it didn't, like, auto-smelt them. Or it didn't mine the whole tree. That was really, really, really weird. I wonder maybe if I shouldn't be using jungle. Maybe I should use something like spruce. Maybe spruce has a cleaner shaft, if that makes sense. But we're going to do all of this, and we're going to get a bunch of charcoal, okay? We're going to fill up our inventory with charcoal, and then when we're done, we'll come back, and we will do some more stuff. Holy crap. Oh, man. Okay, everybody. So it looks like we have, well, it doesn't look like. I took the dirt out of there in preparation for having a bunch of charcoal. So now we have 4 stacks and some of charcoal to use on these endo flames. Now, I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to automate this safely. I think it's going to have to be like a button that I press to, I could put a timer with a super circuit that makes a dropper go if I have a dropper, which is not tough to do. And I could do something of that sort. And I think they would all grab from there if I put a dropper above this. But then I would also need to have a mana spreader. So I might do a dropper onto the mana spreader, or I might put a dropper in each, like 1, 2, 3, 4, like droppers around here. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with that. We'll probably do that next episode when we automate everything in this area. But I want to be able to turn it off when I leave. So I might have a really simple timer counter where if I'm not in the area, so like this, you know, I guess for some reason he spat it way too far or something. But, you know, I don't want to have these things producing mana when I'm not around. You know, if I'm online and I press a button or something, and then 30 minutes later it shuts off, and then I have to press the button again, that would be ideal, because then, you know, there's only a certain number. I would like to limit it to like maybe a quarter stack of charcoal on the ground at any given time. And if there's more than, you know, if it has the potential to do more than that, it's already going to be shut off. So I would love to do a cancel or something like that so that we're not killing the server. But other than that, we're going to create Endo flames. So we're going to need 16 of our red petals. We're going to need 32 of our brown petals. I know our inventory is not great right now, but that's okay. And come on, buddy. I don't think I clicked it. 16 light gray petals. So if we take a look, and we'll actually leave the axe right here. Looks like a perfect place to put it. And we will go into our lexica. So it needs 2 petals here, a light gray and a red. And then we just simply need to put a seed into it. So we need to do it like so. We need to take our water bucket. We're going to move our bow for now. We really should have like a spot for all of this stuff. I think we're going to do some drawers up there as well. And we're just going to put sticks and branches up there because I don't really need either of them, but it's nice to have. So like a branch is 2 sticks, which is pretty cool. But if we ever wanted to get into doing stuff with druidry, which is not a big mod, but it's, you know, it's pretty useful for more early game stuff. So if we ever wanted to make some cute druidry stuff like palisades or whatever, we could do that. But for now, we're just going to work with, you know, with chucking them over there, and that'll be fine. So I farmed up some seeds, and it was pretty easy. That's why I have a hoe. I'm going to put that back as well. And we will get started. So first we put a seed on top. This is how I like to do it. You just throw that, and 2 of those. We're a little bit laggy here. There we go. So yeah, we have now created a generating flower and a petal apothecary. So that should be that achievement done, right? Toddy says, oh boy. This is a pitcher plant, which I found in the mining dimension. And it's pretty easy. Right-click with an empty hand to add back the last recipe. So if we right-click with an empty hand, all we need to do is put a seed down. So that's pretty cool. I forgot about that feature. Right-click, seed. Right-click, 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 seed. That is very nice. So we're going to make 16 of these. We're just going to take... the pitcher plant I found in the mining dimension, you get water out of that infinitely, which is pretty nice. So I forgot about the empty hand right click, but that's pretty easy. So all you have to do is just do the recipe once. Then you can just right click the water and it will put the last recipe if you have the petals, which of course I do. And I have the exact amount. So we're just going to finish making up all 16 of these. We're halfway there. I'm just going to cut until I have all 16. All right, looks like we got them all. I was doing it where I had the seeds just sitting on there, waiting for the petals to be inside so they can create the flower. So that's like a three-step process instead of a 4-step process. So now we get to put down our endo flames, and they do not, I repeat, do not have to be in this orientation. I'm just choosing to do this because this is how I want to set them up. You could totally just have it, you know, surrounding with 4 on the outside. You could have it like, you know, 6 of them over here, 2 of them over here. You could have like 1 way away here. I don't know if it would actually get over to the mana pool because you need a spreader. But you can set them up however you want as long as they're in range of the mana pool. Okay? We are going to rebind all of these to, we'll go to the left, so to the forward left. These guys will go to this one. As you can see, they're still producing mana. They just, they don't have anything to push that mana off onto. So these will all begin to fill up a little bit slower. I think if we put some more down, they'll start to go again. Yep. It's so loud because they all do it at the same time. But now you should see that all of these mana spreaders are, like you see, we have 3 of them going now, and they're all still kind of working almost at full capacity, which is pretty craziness. So now we should see that all 4 of these are bound to that one. All 4 of these are bound to that one. All 4 of these are bound to that one. And then all 4 of these are bound to that one. So we do have actually quite a bit of mana. If we right-click, keep on right-clicking, we can update how much mana is in here. We can also right-click all of these to update how much mana is in there. You can see it says unknown status until you right-click. So these are all unknown status. Let's just right-click them. And we have to hold right-click to kind of continue to check their status. And you can see if I just spam it really fast, you can see kind of how it fills up from the flowers and then dispels them, dispels the mana after a certain amount of time. So with this mana pool starting to fill up pretty quickly, actually. This pool, by the way, is an extremely large pool. Like, the amount of mana that goes into this is quite an impressive amount. So if we put this Black Lotus in here, you see how much that increased? It increased it a whole bar. And that's actually quite a bit. That's like quite a large amount of mana. So we can probably make, yeah, it looks like all of this coal is going to get consumed pretty quickly. But let's go over here and make some mana pearls. I think that's what you need to make the alchemy catalyst. You need 1 mana pearl, you need 2 brewing stands, and you need 4 living wood. So 2 brewing stands is going to be 2 blaze rods and 6 cobblestone. So let's get 6 cobblestone. Oops, let's leave this to get consumed. We'll come over here. We need 2 blaze rods. Oh, we only have 1. Okay. We might need to... Oh, calculator. This is cool. I don't know what a calculator does, but that's pretty nice. We're going to need to go back to the nether very quickly and kill a blaze to get a blaze rod. And then we'll be able to make this alchemy catalyst, and you put it right underneath there. But for now, I'm going to show you, we're going to make 4 of these mana pearls. And you can see you just throw them on there, and then you get them. So if we hold control, it'll open up the entry. The, wait, where are we? Oh, you know what? Hold control on the mana pearl. What, is this part of the... Oh, you know what? They're probably in this entry. There we are. So the mana pearl is made with... See, this is the 10x zoom. But the 1x is how much it takes. So it takes like almost nothing. But there's no numbers. There's nothing like that. Control cube will drop a full stack. Yeah, so they even tell you how to like do things efficiently. That's pretty nice. We're going to leave the mana pearls on the floor right here. And I'm going to go to the nether very quickly. Okay, we have our second blaze rod. Oh, I forgot to get the first one. Let's get our first one. Okay, so with all of this stuff and with the alchemy catalyst, we should be able to do some pretty cool things. So let's get this guy made. 2 brewing stands like this. 4 living rock like so. Then I believe it is the pearl in the center. And 2 gold. Like a so. Bam! Alchemy catalyst. So, with the alchemy catalyst, we cannot break this mana pool or we will lose all the mana that's inside. But we can totally break the block beneath it. They'll float, no problem. So we're going to go like this, put the alchemy catalyst, and as you can see, the bottom, here, I'll show you. You see how it changes the look of the bottom of the mana pool? This isn't transparent. It's actually changing the mana pool itself to be a different block. And that block can now do some pretty awesome things for us. We can turn different types of wood into new types of wood. So we can have every type of wood now just by cycling through. So we can start, basically they're starting at, let's say we started at oak wood. Oak wood can be turned into spruce, which can be turned into birch, which can be turned into jungle, or that can be turned into acacia, which can be turned into dark oak, and dark oak can be turned back into oak wood. So we can turn wood into whatever we want. We can also turn saplings into any other type of sapling. We can turn glowstone into pieces. We can turn quartz back into pieces. We can turn smoky quartz back into pieces. We can create mana quartz, which I don't actually know what we can use that for. Flugel tiara. Ooh, we're gonna want to get to the elven thing because I think the Flugel tiara is a flight thing that requires mana to fly. which that would be amazing. So we're going to end the episode by creating an assembly halo, okay? Because this thing, I've never used it before, but apparently it's very powerful. So we're going to create some mana steel by doing, let's say, half a stack of iron. Throw it on there. So let's create the assembly halo, which would be just a crafting table like so. And then we need a pearl on the top, and then mana steel ingots on the outside. So the assembly halo, I wonder if we can upgrade this. Oh, we can upgrade it to a manufactory halo right away. And I'm going to do that. But you can see this is pretty cool, huh? We got a nice little... So, like, look. We can create recipes. Right-click recipe to set. So let's say we wanted to create, like, a mana steel axe. Oh, we need to use something else for that. Okay, so let's say we wanted to make a mana steel block. Okay? Create. Oh, wait. We do this. And now it is set, right? No? Okay, I have to figure out how to use this thing. Oh! Wait, can we do like... What are other recipes that we can make? Dude, this is so cool. Wait, can I make chests? Okay, so I think I have to craft it once. Bam. And now I have that. And I can set that somewhere else. Now I just right-click that. Oh, you see, I have 3 chests. Right-click that. Now I have 4. Oh my goodness, this is crazy. So I can just like choose what recipe I would like to craft. And I think if I shift right-click, what happens if I try to like clear it out? How do I do this? I'm gonna have to learn how to use this thing, but let's go ahead and create a mana diamond. And we're going to need some more charcoal for that. But with the mana diamond, we'll make this into a manufactory halo, and I will not know how to use that one either. I wonder if I can clear it out somehow. But we'll see how long it takes to make enough mana to get a mana diamond going. It's probably going to take a lot longer. And we will clear ourselves out just a little bit here. But other than that, I mean, we're gonna work on figuring out how to use this thing. Oh, okay. Mana diamond was made. Didn't take that long. Let's combine them together. Manufactory halo. So what does this do now? Okay, so it's a brand new halo, and it looks like when we take it out, so taking out the halo will change where the crafting table is. So if we have the halo, bam, like that, we can right click. As long as we're selected on the crafting table, and let's say we wanted to make like, I don't know, we wanted to make this back into ingots. Okay, so now we have that recipe. And we right-click that there. So now, bam. We've created mana steel ingots back out of the mana steel block. And then what do we do to remove it? Shift left-click. Okay, I was just testing. It's shift left-click to remove recipes from the grid. So that seems pretty simple and self-explanatory, but that's very nice. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12... okay, so wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we have 11 recipes that we can always have ready and craftable on our person, which is pretty cool. And so if we can set up recipes and stuff if we need to continue to craft things, and that should be very useful indeed. So, or it could just be used as a crafting table, you know? We can just always have a crafting table on hand, just like so. And it's pretty cool. We're just like carrying it around, and that's that. So we're just gonna let these guys, you know, I'll probably do this in AFK. I'll probably put like 4 stacks down, maybe 2 stacks down at a time, and I'll AFK. And then eventually I want to put a dropper in the center and have it on a timer. So I will do that next time. But for now, thank you very much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed, make sure you give it a like. And I hope you guys are enjoying all the content on the channel so far. I'm really excited about upcoming events and just being a part of the community in general. So thank you very much for your support. It's been really fun, you know, getting awesome comments from you guys. And hopefully I can put out some really fun content for you guys that we'll all be able to enjoy together. So I will see you guys next time. Thank you very much for watching. Peace out.